Video number 30. Number 30.1. When my dad died, we were blessed that he had a wonderful doctor. She prescribed morphine in high doses when he decided he was ready to go. She said it would take about 8 hours at the highest dose, and me and my sisters administered it. He went into chain-stoke breathing for about 6 hours, and then, at a time he should have been deeply in a morphine fog, he sat up, looked beyond us and looked so joyous. He said, "Ha Minnie, ha John." His mom's name was Minnie, and he always called her that instead of Mom. John was his brother, and both had passed. Then he appeared to listen for a minute. He then lay back with a smile, the labored breathing stopped, and he slipped away about an hour later. The joy and love I saw in his face was so similar to what I felt. When he died, I thought I'd be inconsolable, but amazingly, my sisters and I hugged, and all 4 of us laughed with joy. We all could feel the peace and love. None of us saw or felt my gran or uncle in the room, just the peace, joy, and love on Dad's face, and we all heard him greet them. Number 30.2. This is why I no longer fear death. Watching both my mother and brother pass away, brother doing more talking than my mom did before passing, but when they say, "Don't wake me if I fall asleep," you know they are going to a better place and be back with family, and friends, and animals. Yes, pets are in heaven too, no segregation in heaven, lol. Number 30.3. My father heard his mother calling him for a few months before he passed and saw shadows, he said were her, his mother. Number 30.4. My dad said my dead mother was in the other room, could I ask her to come in? So I went into the other room, said, "Mom, if you're here you need to take care of Dad because we are all worn out today." And absolutely nothing changed. Number 30.5. In 1980, when my mother was on her deathbed in the hospital in Chula Vista, I was sleeping in a chair at the foot of her bed. My sibling and I had been taking turns sitting with her so that she was rarely alone. She had been sleeping a lot. I awoke to see her propped up on her left elbow, gazing upward intently and truly in wonderment at something/someone she saw standing at the side of her bed, but I saw nothing. This someone was obviously speaking to her. In perplexity, she said, "Harry," which could have been one of several close and living family members. I said, "Mom, Harry is not there." My voice startled her out of her perplexity. She glanced at me, and with a look of ecstatic disbelief she turned over and went back to sleep. To the best of my knowledge, she was taking no medications. She was in her late 50s, knew exactly what was going on all the time, 100% with it, throughout this entire dying ordeal. Not many days later, she passed away. It was 25 years later before I realized that I had seen her seeing and being talked to by a supernatural being. My belief is that she was being comforted by an angel. Number 30.6. My mother-in-law also kept asking, "Why is everyone there to see her?" The night she passed at home from cancer. There were only a few of us there. The moment she took her last breath, I saw a very faint ball of mist above her body. It looked like there was static electricity within it swirling around. It was so faint and hard to see, but I definitely saw it and even saw a light pink color in it. It slowly went towards the ceiling and then dissipated before it reached the ceiling. My father-in-law said some other things happened earlier the day she passed too. He heard the bell and the one dog toy in another room make a noise while the dog was lying in bed, and said he swore he saw the TV remote move by itself. Please subscribe, like and share with anyone that needs these comforting stories. Search for my related book on Amazon using the title of 4,000 Deathbed Vision Stories. Sincerely, Ken.